Viewers and guests, Assalamu alaikum, my Muslim brothers and sisters. My name is Muhammad. I'm a Muslim, first generation Palestinian American, born and raised here in New Jersey. My family is from Deir Yassin, Palestine, and I've been here in New Jersey since the 1950s. All right, so
what town do you live in, sir?
I'm sorry?
What town?
Piscataway.
Piscataway.
Yeah. So basically, why we're here, none of us are comfortable while the U.S. is enabling and funding the genocide of Palestinians, primarily women and children. Since October 7th, 2023, the Israeli occupation has obliterated over 36 hospitals, including a children's cancer center recently with patients and staff still inside. As of March 23rd, 2025, 50,021 Palestinians have been murdered. 70% were women and children. If someone says that they're going to spray the weeds off on your lawn and blanket sprays the entire lawn, killing every blade of grass instead, I would question their intentions, wouldn't you? Over 113,000 Palestinians have been injured, with Gaza holding the highest per capita rates of murdered and amputated children globally. 116 journalists, over 224 humanitarian aid workers, and more than 1,000 doctors and nurses are among the casualties. And it doesn't stop there. In December of last year, 51-year-old Dr. Hussam Abu Safiya was forcibly taken after Israel leveled the Kamal Adwan hospital where he worked as a director under false claims that it was harboring enemy combatants. Dr. Safiya has endured severe torture, including 25 days of non-stop interrogation and solitary confinement, beatings, and forced to sit on sharp gravel naked. Despite his heart condition, he was denied medical treatment. And on this past Palm Sunday, Israel bombed another church and 2 hospitals. So we cannot sit idly by and allow Israel to act with impunity. Nearly $4 billion of taxpayer money goes to Israel annually, making it the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. foreign aid since World War II. While Americans struggle for universal health care, affordable housing, and education, Israel enjoys these benefits, along with advanced infrastructure and even subsidized relocation for Jews to occupied lands. Why? Now, in an effort to reduce government spending, the Trump administration is planning budget cuts to essential programs like meal assistance and even veteran health care. Imagine how many of us here are related to or know someone who's a veteran. Currently, many veterans die just waiting for access to care they desperately need. So let me get this straight. You want to reduce government spending, so you cut vital domestic funds here in the U.S., but not the $4 billion a year you give to Israel? In January, Marco Rubio proposed a bill to provide Israel with an additional $4 billion in military aid, while the U.S. State Department proposed an $8 billion arms deal, which includes Hellfire missiles and 500-pound bombs. Hellfire missiles. That sounds pretty scary. Weaponry used in Gaza to target civilians from the air, including the UN tents protected under the Geneva Convention. We must act now. The priority for all of you is to demand a ceasefire, release the hundreds of hostages, divest from Israel, and implement an arms embargo immediately. As officials in East Brunswick, your responsibility is to represent constituents who believe taxpayer funds should prioritize domestic needs over aid to Israel. This stance is not about targeting any group. It's about calling for justice and accountability. Criticizing a government's actions is not anti-Semitic, and as a Palestinian, I am a Semite myself. On college campuses, students demand an end to the U.S. and Israeli actions harming civilians and depriving Palestinians of basic needs. Imagine an amputee child without medicine or a starving one crying for food while their parents stands powerless to do anything as Israel blocks aid. Entire families are being wiped out, yet the world is expected to stay silent because it's Israel. Would you stay silent if you were your family? These protests aren't inciting violence against Jews. Many Jewish Americans stand with us in solidarity. Yet Zionists and some government members label these Jews anti-Semitic. That's pretty absurd in my opinion. Now, a proposed law based on the IHRA definition seeks to classify any criticism of Israel on campuses as anti-Semitic. Unopposing this bill sends a clear message to future generations, including all your grandchildren, that their freedom to speak and assemble is limited to topics that only align with the narrative of the government. Is that what you want for them? Have you seen the signs that these students carry? Have you truly listened to their voices?
Mohammed, that's it.
Thank you for letting me speak. I appreciate it. Free Palestine. Do something. Do something.